What's going on, my dear viewers? In today's video I will try to win Minecraft in hardcore mode. For me it means to max out all my gear, build some farms and place a max powered beacon. I recently made a video where I tried to survive 100 days in similar conditions and failed, but now I'm gonna do it. This is not a 100-day survival video, but I did survive for 71 days or so. So let's not wait, let's create. Random seed, hardcore mode. I spawned in a taiga, which doesn't really mean anything, you can survive anywhere really. Obviously I'm not staying in one place. A base would be a waste of time and I need to move quickly. At the start I'm vacuum cleaning anything that might be useful in the next few hours. We're gonna deal with the dragon soon and we're not allowed to die. I'm even getting stone by just digging straight down. Yes, untraditional, but effective. Using cobblestone I crafted minimum equipment and went exploring lands for resources. Remember, standing still is death. And my instincts were confirmed very soon. I found a nether portal with its chest having 9 iron nuggets. A shield would be a fantastic tool for not dying. But for now I'm running completely naked. It also had lodestones, but honestly something's telling me that they're useless. Never really used them anyway. As useless as the new biomes. Yes, these two random trees are considered a biome. Don't confuse them. Now I'm among birch forest. But then I noticed a cave in the mountain and decided to examine it. However, it got dark, so I made a bed to skip the dangerous night. An average zombie can kill me in 3 to 4 hits, this is no joke. Of course, going into the first cave I see might not be the best idea, but I saw iron and no mobs. Iron means armor means survival, and that's the only thing that matters now. But once I said there were no mobs, I noticed a skeleton out of the corner of my eye. Killing it right now is fairly dangerous because I still didn't craft the shield. But immediately after I made it, thankfully I had materials, I felt confident and ran towards it. Dodged the first arrow, then deflected the second one and became a monster hunter, managing to kill it without taking any damage. The first victory is of course sweet, but we shouldn't relax. There are hundreds of such enemies ahead. And I think I shouldn't remind you of what might happen if I'm not careful and prepared. In my opinion, the shield is the best item you can have in the game, at least at the start of it. 100% damage cancel actually means something in hardcore. Here's an iron pickaxe, which inspires me for diamonds, but not mining. Adventuring farther led me to copper, but as you can see, I'm pretending it doesn't exist. It's just unable to help me in my challenge. I will also try to kill creepers and not let them explode. I'm planning on crafting fireworks for flying after we get elytras. Found a massive cave, with deep dark at the bottom. That means we're going the right direction, but I didn't want to measure my luck just now, so I grabbed some more iron and came back to prepare better. Made a bucket, an iron axe, a chest plate and a flint and steel. Now we can finally say that we're not helpless. Or at least not that helpless. Went back into the cave, where I had a little conflict with mobs, but I still won. There was also an enderman, but it didn't drop anything. Piglins are a way better source of ender pearls. That means from now on I'll take every golden nugget I find with me. And that is the point where resource management begins, because I'm not that skilled yet and cannot kill the dragon with beds or one arrow like speedrunners. So I didn't spare any iron nugget bar I had and suited up in almost full iron set. Even this armor has the potential to save my guts in any confusing situation. Went outside for filling the bucket with water, and crafted a bundle to store my items better. The second most useful item at the start in my opinion. Then I went down a cave waterfall. Turns out it leads to deeper caves, so I went down it to mine useful materials. I told you, the shield means life to me. If not the shield, my remains would be scattered all around the cave. This creeper explosion, by the way, uncovered some lapis for me. I need to enchant my equipment before dragon. That's the hardest section of the game for me, when I have no enchantments. But the situation will improve, we just need to farm for a while. 2 idiots started a fight, but that's not important. What is important is that I triggered the Skulk Shrieker, which wouldn't be that much of a problem if it wasn't behind a wall. I'm definitely not playing in this place. Warden is the absolute threat to my challenge and I shall fear him even after I finish it. Although, we'll see about that. So I left for things like mining everything I see, and since I'm not playing with shaders right now, diamonds became actually rare. But I still found a mineshaft. It gave me a golden apple, which I'm gonna use only in critical situations, and a bit farther, a vein of 4 long awaited diamonds. It's of course great, but I need like 30 more to feel comfy. Luckily in the same mineshaft I found the biggest cave I've ever seen in years of playing this game. Nah, seriously, you could fly with elytras here. Its dimensions being glorious and the local population hostile. Monsters falling from the ceiling. The location is dangerous, but worth the risks. Especially if there would be more than 1 diamond in each vein. There is still this skulk thing all around here, but in the open space it's a little bit easier and less scary. I think I'll stay in here for a while. Diamonds mean a lot for me. Still hunting endermen. I got 3 pearls already. I also noticed that for some reason mobs that should be killed in 2 critical hits don't die after that. Interesting. Managed to find quite a lot of diamonds. 8 pieces in a vein. Cover Me with Diamonds now didn't just sound as a name for an achievement. However, I forgot that I've already crafted diamond boots and made another pair. Just look at me being absolutely astonished by my own, in quotes, intelligence. Thankfully it's not critical. And I'll soon have just enough diamonds for everything I need. Unlike gold, but I've got a plan, don't worry about that. Trust me. After another skeleton fight, I decided that I'm done wandering around here. I have everything I need, so I quickly built up and marked the location of the cave, in case I'll ever return here. It was already dusk, but it's not as scary as it was in the first few days. Going to the cave was absolutely worth it. Turned out I can't see waterlogged leaves if the graphics are set to fast, meaning it's not safe to waterfall on trees. Minecraft is one of many games where falling on leaves equals to falling on concrete. Even after so many years I discovered something new. While walking on the surface, another massive cave opened beneath me. It made me stop, and that's when I noticed a nether portal. It had 3 golden blocks, which is fantastic. My plan of getting gold would be just searching for these portals, which have been known to spawn frequently on the surface and can be easily spotted at night. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the level for books, so I'm parallelly farming cows. Wandering around on the surface led me to a village with the bookshelves being the most useful things in it. And bread too, but I'm taking the food for granted after a certain amount of time in the game. I don't know why, and it's not a good habit. Just like this one, I found another massive cave with diamonds at the bottom and got greedy. Well, I thought diamond armor protects a little bit better than this. Right when I was fighting mobs, my shield broke. I ran, terrified, to build up from enemies and craft another shield. Even when I have such armor, I can't help but run away. Moreover, the damage wasn't as little. That's how much enchantments are important to me. And caught myself again on the same mistake. I don't need more diamonds or cave dives. I need to progress the game. It was raining when I got out of the cave, but I still managed to find the portal, repair and enter it. And found myself surrounded, not by enemies and not by lava, but by Nether Fortress. If I die in this playthrough, you don't have any idea of how frustrated I would feel. Even the blaze spawner is nearby. That is downright crazy. But let's focus on our mission. In my travels I managed to pile up some decent amount of gold and it was just enough to trade enough ender pearls with local piglins. I even got fire resistance potions, which assisted me in decreasing Blaze's population for a while. It was a bright sunny day when I finished and decided to go in the direction of the stronghold and enchant my items on the way there. The spot didn't take long to find. Unfortunately the boost didn't get feather falling, but it's fine. Protection still makes me less nervous. Just like in real life. But here's a problem. I don't have enough XP and the only way of getting it at the moment was mining quartz in Nether. I should have thought about it before and there's no way I'm going back to that portal, so I need to find a new one. There was nothing important nearby and even building up didn't help, not even a lava lake or something. It got dark, but that's when I noticed another village with the portal, so getting experience wasn't to be delayed. In this case I enchanted only the chestplate and sword. Now, with some decent protection from all the external dangers, I hit the roads again. Can't wait to slay the dragon. Half the video passed already. Finally found the stronghold, but now I forgot paper for fireworks and when I got some, the sign under me fell into an underwater canyon. Good thing it was an underwater one, but I totally forgot that there's plenty of paper in the library. That's okay, it happens. Then suddenly, in one of the chests I found Feather Falling 4. My luck is just astronomical. Some Minecraft god really wanted me to succeed in this attempt. I wasn't lazy and crafted an anvil for that. I will not miss such opportunities. Now I fear no height. And I even had just enough pearls for the portal. Beautiful. Before jumping in I thanked the Minecraft gods, just in case. And here we are. I spawned on a platform, which I absolutely hate because I think I'm about to fall through it. There it is, the main opponent of mine. The main boss I was preparing for the entire game from day 0. Let the combat begin. The crystals were exploding one after another. I was keeping everything under control, despite the efforts of the dragon to stop me. He, or she, definitely needed the mint. After all, I'm the most prepared from all the other attempts. And I definitely didn't want to repeat my other attempts. Hardcore with its one life teaches you things. Finally, at about day 14, the dragon was killed and the game was completed. But not for me. As you remember, I plan to not just finish the game, but also win it. And for that, I need to max out all my gear and build the absolute minimum, in my opinion, farms. Like Enderman XP farm and Mob's automatic farm for gunpowder. But firstly, I'm obviously going for a light chest first, because I didn't come all the way to the end just for the dragon. Teleported. The terrain itself seems to point at end cities. How convenient. By the way, this particular city had the ship. How convenient. Even shulkers acted like they lived to the chests, which in turn contained some spicy loot. For example, in the very first chest I found the smithing template, the item that doesn't spawn as often. If I collect like 4 or 5 elytras, then there would be no point for me to ever come back here. Did I already tell you that I'm unusually lucky in this attempt? In order to carry all of this great stuff, I crafted some shulker boxes. My inventory is already bursting with juicy loot. Then I build up just close enough to the ship so shulkers attack me. I fly to it and loot elytras. A huge milestone is achieved. Now I don't need to fear this unforgivable void. So that's how I began looting every city I met in this fascinating dimension, and ultimately I accumulated quite a lot of stuff with the help of the fireworks I crafted earlier. Basically I was greedy after I got the second pair of wings, and in total I spent like 20 minutes looting. I did some tricks and then returned home, and oh wow, there was a village next to my spawn point, but I just skipped it and went back to that big cave from the beginning. There was nothing really, but the way out was very close to the beautiful mountain range. Here will be my base. Why here? Because I decided so. Placed the crafting table, chests, and sorted my items. Look how many diamond armor I have. Built the nether portal, it was next to the same fortress by the way, and brought the enchanting table. Now I need to make the best equipment possible, but without Swiftnick. No, we'll do that a bit later. Each time after I finish the game I have this kind of confusion. Where do I start from? In this case, even though I have a plan, I still wonder what farm should be built first. We'll see about that as I progress. Combined myself the top pickaxe and chestplate. Even now protection is the priority. Went to Nether for experience because it wasn't enough. Eureka! The Enderman XP farm will be built first, because I need experience. I'm not going each time to that stronghold, so I gotta find a new one. Thankfully all the resources are very easy to get now. Farmed for a while. Turned the shaders on because otherwise my vision is limited in vanilla Minecraft. To be fully happy I just need a netherite template, and here's a bastion. Killed everyone with lava and found it altogether. Causes like this make me wonder, is that luck or did I actually broke Minecraft? With the template in hand, I decided to get netherite as well. You know, to kill two birds with one stone. I can't get lucky with that now, can I? No, I can't. But that's fine. Using the gold blocks from the same bastion, I traded with piglins for ender pearls. It was very profitable. Of course it was. Returned home. I have a netherite template, 20th level, which is spent on making the top helmet, and enough resources for 8 ender eyes, so I went for the portal. Yes, it won't be enough, but I can just build a portal and quickly get them on the spot. Turns out the trunk was under the very first village I explored. We're going to come back to it frequently, but let's focus. I was right and there weren't any extra eyes in the portal's frame, so I farmed again for a little while. And the portal is open. But I'm not gonna build an ender farm just yet. I need resources. So listen, I don't know what was the cause for it, but for some reason I went to the big cave and found an ancient city. Why did I come here? That's a very philosophical nut to crack, my friend. The most important loot I can find here is Swift Sneak for my pants, and I decided to find it. Of course, walking here is extremely dangerous, but I had ender pearls so it wasn't that bad. Until I weakened the local security though. The loot wasn't as sweet. But the most daunting fact is that I don't have fireworks, and therefore I can't escape that easily if the danger arises. How genius. People are gonna think that it's not a hardcore world if I'm risking my only life like that. I waited until it despawned and made a very risky move of flying past 4 shriekers to some hot looking chests, but I didn't know that flying also triggers the senses. I managed to loot both chests, but the warden got angry and roared at me. I ran through the ender pearl, but it landed into another shrieker. Good thing it takes a few seconds until the warden spawns, but oh my god, I have never got so scared in my life in this game. Not having rockets was a huge mistake. I could barely escape the local security guards. And did the tiniest bit of exploring into new deep holes and managed to find a spawner and other resources and went home. I can't really call these chests home, but anyways. First of all, I'd like to have mending for infinite durability on my pickaxe. Otherwise it's not gonna survive till the end of the video. Yes, I wanted to make the XP farm first, But for that we need to trade with local humanoids, whom I remember for not giving me this very mending. And I'm not kidding, I wasted like 10 minutes only for them to have it in their stock. And then they updated their trades because I went too far away. Yep, They are gonna stay in this house for the rest of their life for that. By the way, here's what I got on, I don't remember what day. Yeah, I bet you guys are jealous. Still, I got mending for all my equipment in the end. Well, now that I showed you the evidence of my survival, it's the moment to build the ender farm. Yes, netherrack might not be the best block for it, but again, it's very functional. I am following the proverb, make it work first and only then make it beautiful, where the part about beauty is a lie. Finished building it, but we can already see that it works just amazing. Where's my achievement cover me in XP? Spent like an hour total and found myself the best equipment in the world. Now I just got the netherite real quick. Now, mining ender hell is not the most interesting thing you could think of. It's not even that dangerous with my armor. I fought before finding the debris. Oh yeah, but you know, I'm tired of mining, so I robbed Bastion remnants. I fear nothing with such armor. Even such fearsome enemy like Piglin Brute deals only 1 heart of damage. By adding every bit of scrap I found, I managed to complete one of the goals for this video. Full set of netherite armor. This feeling is just impossible to transfer through the screen if you didn't achieve it yourself. Now it is way harder to kill me, and I'm more confident than ever, but there are still some things to do. One of them is being able to sneak swiftly, so we're back to this cursed city, but this time I have fireworks and ender pearls, so it must be safer. Clearing the area meter by meter, I managed to find the enchantment I needed and the warden smithing template. Now we can finally say that I maxed out everything. Except the armor decoration thing, but it'll be in another video, okay? I am practically unbeatable by all mobs, except at 1%, so I took my time and enjoyed running in it. What have I never done in Minecraft? Right, I never built a beacon of maximum strength. And yeah, I know you spoiled with Luke the Notable and his dozens of full beacons. I'm gonna build just one, but it's just the beginning. You don't think that's my final video about Minecraft, do you? Went for black skeleton heads. It didn't take as long as I feared it to take, thanks to looting free sword I made recently, but now we have to deal with the Wither, one of the most dangerous mobs which somehow is weaker than the Warden. It's not me who judges that though. The fighting will happen underground. This way it will not fly thousands of blocks after a random chicken. I don't expect much resistance, but we'll see. Made some space, placed the blocks and summoned it. The combat began. I started the fight with the bow, but when I saw how many billions of damage it deals, I switched to close fight weapon, but it still didn't help them. The maxed out gear is a solid argument after all, even without potions. The fight was legendary, I don't even have to show you much, it was like 20 seconds, and I got my nether star. Well, that's it. Went home. I've been piling up some gold blocks, hope that it's enough. There is a problem with shaders not displaying the beacon texture, but there was enough blocks for level 2. That's definitely not what I want. I want a big one. So, for the next few hours my duty was to rob as many Bastion remnants as possible, and I was doing it really well. Of course I was doing well, because I'm the strongest entity in the world. Warden doesn't spawn naturally, so it doesn't count. Now I'm even stronger because I did it. I created the max powered beacon. Now I can mine cobblestone just like the netherrack, just a simple man's happiness. But the latter will still be used the most, just because. Also I seriously dedicated myself to make the seriously dedicated hoe, netherite hoe, for an achievement. Now obviously after I've completed most of my objectives and became invincible, there's not many things to talk about. And I don't want to just joke around, you know. The last thing in the list is the mob farm, and it is quite boring to build. I'm not gonna tie you with a detailed dedicated instruction on how to build it. There are plenty of tutorials online and this is a storytelling channel. Here it is, glorious and functional, earning me infinite resources for flying just for fun. Don't tell eco-activists. I'm feeling unbeatable now, if not remembering my warden keys, but I did it. I won Minecraft and achieved the minimum for a comfortable game in the future. But here's the point where I'll stop. There's a newer version of the game that has spears and other funny stuff, so I'd like to explore it. As for now, good luck and see you in another video.